All right. Hello everyone. How's it hanging on this fine, fine Tuesday afternoon or evening if you're in a European country, I guess. How's it hanging? It, it has been a little bit since we've done a stream, haven't we? Well, not really. It's been. I think my last stream started yesterday at 12, and I finished at 5, so it's been a little less than 20 hours. I think is that how we count hours? No, whatever. Um. Oh, the sub counter went back up. Cool. So last stream we finished off 6.2, so we're gonna be starting 6.3 today. But as like a special, I guess, thank you for 400 followers thing, I didn't plan it this way. It just happened to kind of happen today. We got 6 new emotes. We have 6 new emotes completely live right now. One is animated. I think I added two to subs and two for followers. I would have loved to put more than two for I would have loved to put more in the sub emote slots, but apparently I ran out of sub emote slots and I don't know how I'm gonna get any more. So we're just kind of gonna be stuck with these with these new emotes. So yeah, there are 6 news. Me just realized my sub ran out, but hey, when I get slapped with ads, hey, no problem. Yeah, trust me, I know the feeling all too well of, hey, why the hell am I getting emotes? Don't I have not emotes, subs? What the hell am I? The hell happened? But yeah, that's cool. So yeah, we have 6 new emotes. I guess I can show them off here. Let me add my free image source here. Free image. Oh shoot. Game. That is the wrong image, but sure. Um, I used this. I went with the same artist that we used for the animated Ushi emote. So I went with the same artist. So yeah, those are all of the new ones except one. I think one of them. Did I add all 6? I did, right? There we go. Oh my god, why is it so large? Why is it so large? Put the screen. There we go. Oh my god, I didn't add the rave emote, did I? I forgot to add an emote. I got. Oh, that is embarrassing. I did not add an emote. Yeah, I completely forgot to add this one. That is entirely my fault. All right, it's a follower emote, so it should be good now. I don't know if it's gonna appear immediately, but hey, there it is. Hey, there we go. Yeah, we have 6 entirely new emotes. I'm gonna count that as because I promised a while back that I would add some new emotes, and I only added one. So that I'm counting that as my adding a bunch. All right. Why am I invisible still? Hello. Oh yeah, we added bootleg too. I forgot about that. Uh, I guess we can keep this going while I get the sound set up. There we go. They're all also available in the Discord, by the way. I've added them all to the Discord. It's kind of redundant having 2 paths, but I think it's fine. One is specifically Ushi and one is me. So yeah, since we finished 6.2, we're gonna be moving on to 6.3. Our stream today might be kind of short too, because I'm still really, really tired. I didn't exactly get a lot of sleep last night. So here's hoping. This interlude, is it the same as the previous one? Can I skip this? Is it just the characters being caught up on what happened in 6.2? Or do I need to read this? Because it does it actually have any important information in this? Or is this just a recap? Because if not, I would heavily like to skip this. This is 12 minutes long. I would much rather not have to read like a 12-minute long chapter if I can skip it. Guess I close that for now. Boom. This one had a little? Okay, well, I guess we can read it and see. If not, we can just skip past a bunch of it. So we're probably going to be doing 25 and 26 today. And there is no boss, though. The first boss is on chapter 27. It's new? Okay. Also, welcome to stream, Wishfresh. Alright. Or Lost World, according to our technical advisor's report, and return to standard space. Or to muster everything we've got and send additional forces, myself and Menuer, to aid the field team's effort. I feel like that's a terrible idea. Oh yeah, because wait, Morgan was the one jamming our like technology? Cool. Oh, we actually do get one of the Rongo mini ads? Oh shit. I actually didn't expect that. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna adjust my mic a little bit. Because it was in a kind of an awkward position. According to the report, it will take them 7 days to reach the shore from Camelot. We'll wait here until then. After they arrive, we can leave. That's why I had the captain turn on the lights on in the command room. Oh, well, no. It's not that we have power back, but they can just use it more because they don't have to worry about anyone. That face you're making right now? You may as well be shouting, it feels like this case has only just begun. I'm afraid you're not quite correct. This is no mere feeling, I assure you. This case has only just begun. How did this lost bell come into being, and why was Camelot built? What purpose were the bills of pilgrimage originally meant to serve? What is the Ferry of Paradise's mission? Lydia and the Black Calamity that ended Britain during the first iteration of the Fey era before Morgan's involvement. Save. Okay. Cool. We're finally gonna get into the serious stuff. Thankfully, 6.3 is significantly shorter than 6.2. So we're gonna be done here much quicker. It's gonna take us like 3 streams pretty much if we go at the regular pace and do 2 chapters a day. Because I don't intend on doing any more 5-hour streams of Lost Belt 6. Knocknari. Oh, right, because Knocknari is technically the queen now because she's the one who rang the bell, I guess. Even though we did most of the work. There was cut content, but also, like, realistically, there's not much left to do. It's just to kind of, like, round out the story. Also, it's where a majority of the boss fights are. So from a gameplay perspective, this is, like, this is the portion where everything actually kind of ends off. This is, like, the longest part in terms of gameplay, because every other fight in 6.2 literally would take you 3 minutes if you were doing the easiest possible, like, setup. Unless you were doing a challenge content like Miss Babylon did. She's doing her all-male run. Apparently it did not go well, but I have not been at her streams. I have not been on a lot of people's streams because I've been working, so. I've been working and sleeping. That's literally how a majority of my life has been these past couple days or past couple weeks. If I'm not working, I'm at home sleeping. If I'm not sleeping, I'm streaming, and that's literally all there is to it. He said he's doing fine, but yeah, he seemed kind of be dragging. And even when he insisted we get some rest, he said it was more important that he pay us back for what he'd done, or what we'd done, my specific. Oh, I know. After he turns us, this brings us to Sacred Lands, we should give him a turn in one of the border's recovery pods. If a full course of cutting-edge medical technology doesn't perk him up, nothing will. Besides, he could probably use it anyway, since it sounds like he's been working non-stop since he started the Round Table Army. Huh. She insisted she's just sleepy, but I can tell she's been getting more depressed by the day since Morgan was defeated. All she does is sleep and write in her diary, day in and day out. Hell, now she won't even budge from her bed upstairs. I can only guess she's beyond exhausted. Huh. Then again, you said you were gonna let Nocnaria take the throne and go back to Tainticle, even though there's nothing left there. Sure, it's great that the clans came to an agreement so quick since the Child of Prophecy suggested it, but still. Well, I mean, yeah, Arturia never really wanted to be queen, she just kind of did this because she had to. The reason I'm still here is because Oberon gave his life to save mine. If it wasn't for him, my journey would have ended there. In the end, I never came close to reaching Morgan's level. Maybe I'd feel differently if I'd been the one to defeat her, but it was the rebel army that did that. Percival led the Round Table army, and it was Nocnaria who assembled the army of Northern Fairies. Me, I just went straight for the glory, and you saw how that went. But honestly, I don't know the first thing about politics. So letting Nocnaria be the next queen and retiring to an easy life in my hometown seems like a no-brainer. I can't wait to see how everyone's happiness goes immediately to the dustbin. Apple waters. I reserved the whole place for you guys after Red Rabbit told me you were coming. If the other fairies found out the Child of Prophecy was here, the place would be packed to the rafters. Aw, good guy David. That's his... Mike. Why did I think his name was David? He's best boy. It's funny how my favorite two characters in this entire Lost Belt were both NPCs. Mike David. Yeah, that's his last name. Now that Morgan's gone, we don't have to worry about proper human history being invaded. And this Britain should remain safe and stable, at least until the bleached Earth phenomenon situation is resolved. I don't know what'll happen after that. Maybe it'll work on top of... Maybe it'll stack on top of proper human history, or maybe it'll be expelled from the planet. But if nothing else, we can be sure that the fairies won't disappear. We're also thinking about using the storm border to help some of them migrate. This does mean we'll be going our separate ways, but I know things will be fine with you and Nocnaria here. You sure about that? Huh? You mean you're leaving Da Vinci? Yeah, after the coronation. Besides, I've got a ton of work waiting for me back at the border. But I have nothing planned for today. If there's anything you want to ask me about, now's your chance. Oh, I know. I'll make a roadmap for the next 5 years. Well, the next few years, not 5. Of your pub's growth. All you'll have to do is follow it, and this place will become the best hotel this side of Camelot. You've got the genius guarantee on that. Aw. I do genuinely like how Mike and Da Vinci have a sort of friendship going. Oh, Mesh and Bargus had a talk. Percival and Nocnaria's subordinates will be the one making the decisions, but I should be more persuasive with the ambassadors and officials who have yet to get on board with the new administration. I mean, if... I guess the only difference between this is that they're not gonna want to kill this queen. That seems like the only, like, major difference. But yeah, Mirian is also just kind of still messing up with the Fan Clan, I guess. I'm so glad to see the rebel army welcome you with open arms. You wielded your sword for others' sakes, not your own. You believe it's the duty, oh, you truly believe it's the duty of the strong to protect the weak. So please, Lady Bargus, don't be so hard on yourself. You were just as noble a knight as Boggart said you were. Aw. Yeah, praise the cinnamon bun, please. It's a very large cinnamon bun, but it's still a cinnamon bun. As to the Fae, I like to think of myself as a knight of Sheffield as well. That's how much the people I met there meant to me. Even though you were there for like 6 weeks, apparently. I had no idea Bogart was so popular. Oh yes, his plain-spoken nature had a way of cutting straight to fairies' hearts even if he didn't mean to. Almost would he have been married 61 times. What? Damn. My man got married 61 times. You know what? Bogart fucked. He really was a boss. Like who? Good question. Maybe Sir Gawain? No, never mind. I know my emotions would get about the better of me. That was a... Every now and then, I just, like, my... like, what happens in my mouth just kind of goes crazy. I don't know, man. It's hard speaking sometimes. Especially when I'm insanely tired. Man, you're gonna get a lot of use out of that emote, huh? Not one of them. Senpai told me all about it. Remember that knight who held you back at the ranch? That was Sir Tristan. What? Really? Tristan the Child of Sadness? That Tristan? What Oh my god. Hi, knight. What an introduction today. What have I done? How could I ever hope to make amends? You beat him in a fair and honorable duel, right? I'm sure there won't be any hard feelings on Tristan's part. I do like that we finally have a bonk emote. Though it is... I still find it entirely hilarious we still don't have a wave emote. And I have no more gift sub slots, so... Or sub slots, so... They said I need more sub points, but I don't know. I don't know how to get more emote slots. Despite all the personal problems they faced, in the end, they always chose to stick together and protect their kingdom. They were the very model for a strong and honorable knight fighting in defense of the weak. Your internet is shit, though? I thought you had, like, halfway decent internet. Ultimately, it was you and your companions who accomplished what I could not. I'd like you to give the foreign mage a message for me. Please tell her thank you for supporting our world. No, for supporting the Child of Prophecy. As nights go, I may be a disgrace, but I will never forget the debt I owe her. If ever she should need of my horn, all she needs to do is say the word, I need your horn in bed. Haha. I want her to wreck me. Hey, Daryl, what's up? We're finally in the home stretch. And I don't think we're going to do any boss fights today, I'm going to be honest with you. I just use Ushiwag and make it so she's waving with her tail. I mean, yeah, that's fair. It is a good emote. I'm really happy with it. They know I like FNAF, oh no. Oh, you're traveling. This is about to... Your data is being stolen. Perhaps. The Northern Fairies have never been to Salisbury or the Great Cathedral before, right? So I figured they could use all the help they can get seeing how the coronation's tomorrow. Oh! Oh lord, wait, the coronation is tomorrow. We're gonna see... Oh yeah, Ruin came out. I saw, Spiff playing it. He's streaming it right now. I don't care enough about Ruin, I'm gonna be honest with you. All my hype for the DLC has long come and passed. Is Mirian okay? Oh, damn. Yo, whoa! Huh? That is a... That is a line that was written for this game. Oh, did he... Oh, she meant let you out. Oh. Oh, she meant let you out. Okay. Oh, Lord. Oh, man. Oh, they froze the... They phrased that entirely poorly. Lady Miriam, I don't think there's anyone left in that box. Perhaps it's time you moved on? Oh man, she just kind of lost it, huh? Wait, did she? What? What happened? This girl's disgusting. How the hell can you fairies enjoy this? Answer me, you disgusting insects. You started this, right? Why did you do this? Why are you begging for help now? If you know how awful it feels, then why didn't you spare the Wing Clan when we begged you to? Also, she just kind of lost it in between. Oh, her memory's kind of... she actually lost it. Oh, no. Oh, I feel bad for her, man. Come on. Oh, so, like, her memory of everything she did to the Fan Clan is just kind of gone. She's kind of... She's mentally unstable, but she still is kind of there. Once that happens, it's only a matter of time until the new law of the land reaches Gloucester as well. And if the truth about what happened to the Fang Clan ever comes to light, I'm afraid it could put you in a precarious position, Lady Miriam. Huh? Something that happened to the Fang... Oh, right, she did. Oh, well, never mind that. Right now we need to focus on Camelot. I never thought Artoria would relinquish her claim to the throne so easily. I was hoping she and Nocnaria would end up taking each other down, but oh well. Yes, she's trade dissociating. So, it's a good thing there's going to be a new queen soon. There's no time to wait before the calamity shows up, after all. Nocnaria is a direct descendant of Mab, so she should understand how important that throne is. So I'll contact her soon and arrange an alliance between Camelot and Gloucester. Once the threat of the Great Calamity has passed, then I'll find a way to overthrow her. Right now, our priority is ensuring Britain's survival. I can wait to invite our mutual enemy, proper human history, Chaldea, to my garden until then. Literally, why why does this Lost Belt continually point out, continually attempt to attack Chaldea when we tell them every single time we meet them, we just leave them alone if they don't fuck with us? There's no way I'm letting Chaldea have a sacred lance. They all belong to Fairy Britain. Yeah, Miriam honestly isn't that bad of a character in this. Of all of the fairies, she's literally one of the ones I have, like, a little amount of hatred for. She's dumb, but she's not, like, completely stupid. She's only attacking Chaldea because she loves Koyanskaya. What a fucking cool lesbians. Hmm? I have a lot of reading left to do. There's so much Morgan suppressed during her reign. How did she stop the Great Calamity before it happened? And for that matter, what is the Great Calamity? Platonic? Wow. Sure. there's no platonic same gender relationships in Fate. Are you kidding me? Unless it's familial. Yeah, no, everyone in this Lost Belt is so stupid for thinking that, like, they can attack Chaldea. Literally, there's no point in attacking Chaldea. Because no one knows what's gonna happen after we restore the Bleached Earth. Or if we even can. So if you guys just and we also have the plan to, like, help the fairies leave. So there's no reason to, like, attack proper human history or Chaldea for that matter. We've explained this to them numerous times. I don't get this. Okay, Miriam's being a simp, but everyone else is stupid. Oh, forgive me for not jumping at joy at being congratulated by a gutless coward who turned and ran away at the last second. You're still mad about that? It's not like Artoria ran from her competition with you. If anything, it's the opposite. She stepped back of her own accord so you wouldn't get caught up in her mission as the Fairy of Paradise. I know that. Why do you think I'm so pissed off? After all that, she's just gonna disappear and let me have all the glory? She thinks she can save the bloody world when no one's looking and quit while she's ahead? I mean, yeah, kill Sprig and literally no one will be sad. Just you wait. As soon as I'm on the throne, I'm gonna begin a child of prophecy hunt that'll put Morgan to shame. I'm gonna find her wherever she goes, even if they invade the paradise place she's from. Now who's acting like Morgan? Alright, but be warned that that ain't an easy path you'd be taking. Interfering with paradise means fighting proper human history. It'd be a pity to bring a whole new kind of war to Britain right after finally bringing peace to it. Fine with me, more than fine even. I haven't had any intention of playing nice with human history. I'm not as extreme as Morgan, but it's still basically a foreign land, right? Knowing there's more land out there waiting to be conquered is the best news I've heard in my life. It's insane to me that literally none of you are as strong as Morgan. We can very easily beat all of you. Also, now that Morgan gone, can we summon servants here? Or is it just because, or is it purely because of like there is no human history here really? But I'm like, now that we have like an establishment of like something similar to the Round Table, I would assume we can summon like Gawain and Lancelot. Tristan we can't summon because he kind of already bit the dust, but you know. Yeah, she's not stronger than Morgan, but we could definitely still take her. She's not like Zeus level or anything. What I'm saying is we're not gonna need to have a bunch of like we're not gonna have to have a bunch of like god killing machines just to go kill her. It's not gonna take that much effort. I would say it's on the level of like Lost Belt 3. You don't know that happened to Calamity Vargas, right? What? Okay, I guess I can tell you. Morganstone is a cornerstone of all of Britain. It's what keeps the fairy cycle alive. It's the gear that keeps the life of every fairy who died at the end of the Fae era in motion. It's false round table Ash created after she completed her pilgrimage and chose to defy her duty. Lost Belt 3 was a computer virus. True, but I mean, she still kind of failed. Like, the computer virus at the end of things didn't really matter. It just, like, forced him into a new body. We still kind of won fair and square. They beat the king with a fucking iPhone and a virus. That's still the funniest way to beat a Lost Belt. Lost Belt 3 may not be the best in terms of, like, writing or action, but Lost Belt 3 is still just a good read, I think. It also helps that it's one of the shortest. There's not a lot that goes on, but there's really good moments. Like Spartacus blowing up the meteor or whatever. Also, QSH is one of the best Lost Belt Kings, and I will stand by this. Honestly, in comparison to the rest of the Lost Belt Kings, I genuinely think, like, QSH is in contention for being the best. QSH and Scotty, I think. Ivan was just kind of ineffective, but he did have his cool moments. If I had to rank them, it would probably be Scotty and QSH on the same level. Ivan, Zeus, Junao, and then Morgan at the bottom. But she also couldn't keep fighting her once she found out how far Morgan had gone to keep Britain alive. So Mab and Morgan made a secret agreement. They agreed that if Morgan should ever decline and fall, the King clan would be the one to succeed her. Huh. Oh, so literally this was still all in Morgan's plan. As soon as the coronations, I'm going right to rush to the throne and take over for Morgan. Has potshots on Chinese bootlegs. True. Honestly, Lost Belt 3 is just a good romp. I just wish that the gameplay thing wasn't so annoying. Not being able to use your MC skills for like 3 turns is really annoying. But it's not the worst gameplay gimmick. Why Scotty? She just vibes in a frozen castle, playing house with her eye patch bitch with her daughter from a different timeline in the basement. I mean, I think the reason I like Scotty a lot is just kind of like, again, she's not purely antagonistic for the sake of being antagonistic. She genuinely cared for her lost build, and that's what led to her helping us. Even though she had like one of the easiest fights in the game. Her fight in part 2 was one of the easiest. If you already know that much, then I don't have anything else to tell you. Later, Nakaryu. We'll have to fight each other someday, since you're from this lost belt and I'm from proper human history. But we can forget about that, at least for the next few days. Tomorrow's your big day. As Grimmer the Sage, I'll be there to help you as best I can. Her fight was so easy they needed to put an AoE Lancer there to mix it up a bit. And it was still piss easy. Civilizations faded, the earth returned to resources, and everything became ocean. Some mishap on this planet caused everything to vanish. This is the Isle's dying voice, the sound of suffering from one yet to be put out of his misery. Oh, this is the explanation of the first 6? Oh, everyone's heading up to the coronation. Not quite yet. Okay, I assume. Oh, yeah, now that Morgan isn't there to deal with the Moors, who's gonna deal with the Moors? Oh, wait, huh? Mike. Uh-oh. This seems slightly problematic. Soon the time will be upon us. The number of Moors has exceeded the number of fairies. Having had a sacrifice which pleases him, the god has begun to stir. Uh-oh, Trinos is waking up. Uh-oh, it's question mark, question mark, question mark. Then we seal away any who try to reveal our actions for the misdeeds they were. Whose fault is it? No one's, of course. And that is why it's not possible to make things better. Holy shit, it's a Cheshire Cat. If you're going to go out anyway, we might as well make the biggest bang you can. Yay, it's finally time if we discover if I got the red text. Alright. We're finally going to be actually moving on to the proper chapters this time. Am I at 300? 100 sand quartz again yet? Hey, what's up, Fedeko? Wait, that was Sith? Oh, I totally thought that was Sussy. My bad. I thought that was Sussy. I mean, it makes sense that it was Sith. Judging, but... Don't worry about it, it's fine, dude. I tried playing BOA, but it took so much space that I didn't have space for it on my phone. And now I have no more interest in it. Good morning, everyone. It's coordination. Oh, shit! It's Seth! Sorry, I didn't even notice you. What's up? Hey, how's it doing, my man? We're finally playing Lost Belt 6.3. Gotcha hasn't been nice to you this month? Me neither. I've been doing the daily singles and I haven't gotten anything good. I saw you, but I thought for some reason I thought you were someone else who was already in chat. I thought you were either Daryl or something. I don't know why. I just saw the short name, but I didn't read it. Plus, the coordination should only take an hour. Have you all thought about what you'll do afterwards? Senpai Da Vinci and I are going to wait for Percival. That way we can help him transport the sacred lance. I'm gonna go back to the Welsh woods to tell them my journey was a success. After that, I think I'd like to help the recovery effort in Londinium until things settle down there. Good idea. Once I see things in order there, that's when I'll know my job is done. The bit about making sure Morgan's defeated is done at this point. Nah, it's fine, man. It's nice enough for you to stop by. I'm doing pretty well. My throat is in an enormous amount of pain, but it's fine. Yeah, don't worry about it, Daryl. Kids are more important than my stream. Of course I do. I ain't a vagrant, you know? I'm actually something of a royal assistant, believe it or not. Why? Look at yesterday's VOD and see how long it is, and that'll tell you everything you need to know. Too bad. I'd love to recruit you to our side, but I know you're not the kind to break your existing commitments. So realistically, just agreeing to a truce while we're also in Britain is more than enough. And until we summon our own Muramasa, but I won't because I can't. Yeah, literally almost 5 hours, and it was constant talking. I did not take a break. Maybe we should go check on her again just to make sure. No, that's okay. I'll go. Saboteur dying? Muramasi. You have chosen a path that will prevent you from existing in my Britain. The only time you will have is the period between when she first arrives and when she is sent back in time with my water mirror. Remember this, Totoro. Your dream will end when the morning lark sings. How LB6 completely ruined my grail plans? Who did you end up wanting to grail? Morgan? She's just depressed that her best friend is dead. It's fine. Oh yeah, well, whatever. I mean, you gave us the tools to help murder her, so I'm not gonna lie with you. Oh, you did Morgan to 100 and now you're doing Castoria 120. Oh, shit. Well, since I'm not really checking servers, I don't really know. Honestly, Lost Belt 6 has not changed my opinions on Morgan all that much. I get why she did. I still think she's kind of a bitch, but, you know, whatever. It's not going to make me want to grail her or anything. Apparently, there's still a little bit more to her that I have not seen yet. That's explained in 6.3. So maybe that'll change my mind, but I have my doubts. I'm just tired, okay? I'll be fine once I've properly woken up. But, are you really okay with this? Okay with what? You got some reason to be worried about me? What, you think I've got a secret? You think I'm actually one of the most important fairies in the Feywild or something? Oh, well, I actually don't know anything about your past. I think if you made up your mind now, it won't be changed. Alright, well, I'm still open to having my mind changed. Like, I like Morgan a little bit more now. Because, like, you know, the entire emotionless status thing, kind of my thing, but still. I think Morgan just doesn't, like, hit the right boxes for me, I think. But I love a lot of the other characters in Lost Belt 6.
Job, super shit.
Thanks, Sleepy. I only liked her because of looks, but LB6 so wasn't going to grill. And then I was like, oh, after a story. Okay, cool. Aw, Mike. Although, where is her home anyway? What's the outside world? What is there outside Britain? Is her condition going to improve if she goes there? If it does, that's a good thing, right? Aw, this is the worst. What am I going to do? Why does she have to leave just when every day was starting to get fun? You can't do this to me. You can't take Da Vinci away from me now. Without her here, I'll just go back to being my boring old self. What can I do? What can I do to make Da Vinci stay? I don't like this. Mike? Was that Yandere Mike? Mike, you're my favorite character. Don't you go all crazy on me now. It's insane how many good NPCs that this Lost Belt just has. The streamer's dying. No problem. It's completely fine, Knight. Just stopping by is enough. It's completely fine. It's coronation time. Don't worry about it. I am going to worry about it. Please don't tell me he stabs me. I might have relinquished my claim to the throne, but I was still one of the key players in the assault on Camelot. Our seats must be at the very front of the... Huh? They're all full? Let me see. It looks like our seats are on the first floor, all the way in the back. These are like the seats you give to a friend of a friend if there are any left over, right? Now, it's not that bad. I'm sure she gave us these seats so we wouldn't draw too much attention. Oh, good. You're all sitting here, too. Aren't you supposed to be in Camelot? Yes, well, that was my original intention, but Lady Bargus insisted otherwise. Huh. She did also say to give you her regards. I love that she's vibrating like Temmie. Very, very violent vibrations. If you need help with it, I can always come back with you to Camelot once this is over. No need to worry, it is coming along great. It's... Oh, what? It's is coming along great. Cool. I don't know if a sync or not. I mean, yeah, but still. Do we actually get to keep Rongominiad? I have my doubts. Would the Black Barrel actually work on the Foreign God? I know it worked on Zeus because of, like, his long lifespan or whatever. But would it work on the Foreign God? Or specifically you, Olga? Yeah, I do. Damn it, Nocnaria. I hate to admit it, but you're the... Oh, Nocnaria's gonna die, isn't she? Oh, no. I mean, technically we do keep Rongominiad. I don't like how you phrase this, but sure. Oh, I just got what's gonna happen. Hmm? Here, everyone, these goblets are for you. The moment the blessing is complete, you're to drink this wine to celebrate. Yeah, I figured. I figured that's what you meant, but I also was a little... I can't drink wine, but I can at least pretend. Alright, I can see where this is going. I mean, yeah, but I'm starting to understand. The wine and everything. This is literally the murder of Caesar. Objection. You can't trust a single word she says. Knocknaria is evil. The northern fairies have no place in Britain. Uh-oh. Who is this? We attest that Knocknaria has no right to rule, and we are prepared to tell you about the atrocity she has committed. What? We only went to Edinburgh and become Knocknaria's subjects because we heard it could be too... What? This doesn't sound... What? They volunteered of their own free will to sacrifice their bodies when they were already on the verge of death so they could save their fellow fairies and help defeat Morgan. I also gave each and every one of them rewards to suit their sacrifice. They weren't being exploited in any way, shape, or form. What? Queen Mab and Knocknaria's secret betrayal of Britain. You probably all think Queen Mab is dead, but the truth is she's still alive. Do you know why Edinburgh is known as a Queen City? It's because Mab transformed her own corpse into that city. Oh! Mab planned to consume the bodies of other dead fairies to expand her city and create a stronger version of herself. Huh? This land can't exist without a fairy strong enough to sustain every other fairy. That's the only reason Mab became a city of all things. Fine, if you want to know the truth so badly, I'll tell you. Epidolondemonium is the same thing that happened in Camelot. What? So literally everyone is betrayed. It's oh, those the fairies who were the fairies who we thought were Morgan spies were actually Aurora's. Oh, that makes okay. That makes things make more sense then. Why are you guys dying? Oh, Spriggan did not plan for this. They drank the one. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, I get it now. It's the same thing that happened in Londinium. It's the same thing that happened in Camelot. So Spriggan had no idea that that was gonna happen. I thought I thought Spriggan would be working in collaboration with Aurora. That's why I thought Spriggan had like fully planned for this to happen. Like he knew what Aurora had planned, but it looks like he doesn't. But yeah, it's the same thing that happened to Uther. It's the same thing that happened to Morgan. The fairies literally cannot help themselves but do the exact same shit. Not Aurora and Rogue. Oh, okay. Damn, so even he got betrayed. He didn't plan for this at all. He just thought that, like, oh, well, he just wants to go on the winning side. You know, the more that I think about it, the more I have to, like, think to myself, Spriggan isn't, like, really a bad guy. He's an asshole, yes, but he's not a bad guy at all. People keep saying this, and I cannot wait to see more. Yeah, but Spriggan isn't actually all that bad of a guy. Sure, he flip-flops, but at the end of the day, he's just trying to survive. Like, yeah, he exploited the fairies in his city, but it's not like he did anything like that horrible, especially in comparison to a lot of what the other fairies did. Because at the end of the day, he still helped us out a lot. It's one thing, it's basically it's a lot like he's a bad guy in a story full of even worse guys. It's like comparing several serial killers to a guy who just commits tax evasion. Like yeah, he's breaking the law, but everyone else is murdering each other. Ooh, we're sitting in for a long read here. I realized what was happening as soon as I'd finished drinking the wine in my goblet. The wine they were passing out had been poisoned. At least the wine given to me, the Northern Fairies, and Artoria's group. I'll be fine. I would have kicked the bucket a long time ago if my buddy couldn't handle a little poison. But I doubt Artoria and Soul can say the same. Does everyone just forget? Oh, look, I guess Knocknaria wouldn't know, but we still have Masher's protection from poisons. We would have been fine. There's no way it's as strong as the Poyon Koyon gave us. Poison, not Poyon. Jesus. I don't know why that is. Probably just a coincidence, but at least I knew they were safe. I can't imagine Artoria would have caught on, so it must have been Soul's idea not to drink any. The Northern Fairies here are all my long-serving subjects, so the connection to me is strong. They should be able to handle the poison as well as I can, so I'll pretend nothing is wrong and let the coronation proceed. There's no way I'm letting anyone spoil things now. Also, this is her thought process right up until what happened. The second I saw what phasings were wearing objections, I knew I was in trouble. The fact that members of my own clan were denouncing me meant that the enemy had prepared much better than I thought. Ah, man, I'm really starting to hate. I'm really starting to hate Aurora. Because again, Nocnaria is one of those characters that, while she is technically a bad person, in the situation she's been put in, she is an amazing person. If I lose their loyalty, I lose the power I shared with them too. In an instant, I lost over half my power. I could tell as soon as it happened. The poison, which I'd been able to shrug off earlier, starts to kick in, causing my oldest subjects to collapse. I wouldn't even say she's a bad person. I mean, she does still intend on, like, raiding proper human history. She fully intended on that. I knew it. I knew the Child of Prophecy and Nocnaria were in cahoots all along. This is the true face of the Fairy of Paradise and the descendant of Northern Fairies. What a blood-curdling team they make. This is why we can't trust anyone but British fairies. Quickly. Whoa. Oh, damn. I thought that was Castoria. I thought she finally had enough of them. Castoria is going the Morgan route. Oh, man. You're gonna be queen, right? That's what you've been working towards all this time, right? You're supposed to be looking down your nose at me and laughing like you always do. Come on, you big jerk. I mean, yeah. Like, the most horrible thing he did was, like, exploiting his people. But even then, it wasn't, like, the worst thing he could have done. It's okay, I'm used to this kind of thing. Oh, that's weird. I know your face. I always remembered it when things were hard. You're my rival, yeah. Aw. But I'm sorry, it's strange. I know you. But I don't know your name. I'm not sure what's going on. What is this place? Oh right, I'm Nocnaria. I have a very, very important... Oh no, she forgot her purpose. Oh no. Does this mean she's gonna turn into a Moors? Do we have to kill Nocnaria Moors? I guess I didn't have any intelligence of my own left over. What are you saying, Nocnaria? You gave it all away? Everything? You gave away your magical energy, your miracles, even your intelligence? You use it all to get up here, all for those ungrateful fairies? For this awful Britain? Uh... Um... I'm sorry. Please don't cry, stranger. Oh, God damn it. God, like I'm still processing the Gareth Einsel thing. Now I gotta process this. Oh man. It's okay. I heard in another world I have lots and lots of romances. That's funny. I can't remember her name. I wasn't the Queen's Cairn. I'm sure it must be like a... Aww. Liar, you'd never give up that easily. You're too stubborn. Even if you're all alone, I'm sure you'll find your star. Man, I can't deal with this. This is too much, man. I took care of the gods who pulled the sword on us. The other spectators all fled. Did Spriggan do this? Nah, he ran off in a panic as soon as things got going south. I don't like it. It ain't just arguing I hear out there. There's fairies killing each other. And here I thought fairies didn't fight if they weren't part of an army. Multiple times I cried when reading. I got really close with Gareth, dude. I got really, really close. It hasn't... Nothing has got me quite as much as, the ending of Lost Bell 2, but I'm telling you, it's getting close here. Remember that Gareth was Aurora? I know. I can't wait to close her. Can't wait to kill her. Please tell me that there's nothing. I hope Lost Belt 7 is not this sad. Sorry, but we'll have to pick up discussion up later with clearer heads. The guards have got the cathedral completely surrounded. We've got to figure a way out of here before they come for us, too. Whoever did this assassinated the Northern Queen who managed to conquer Camelot. I don't know what charges they'll level at me, but I'm definitely next on their list. My guess is some nonsense about me conspiring with Knocknaria to take Britain for myself or something. No, on second thought, I doubt there's a fairy in Britain who isn't already dying to kill me. If they had, they never have killed Knocknaria. She was the only one who could have saved Britain, or rather its fairies. And now her assassin has just killed the last hope they have of survival, which I doubt they realize. But never mind that, what are you going to do now, Artoria? Oh good, I can't wait to see what happens. Ah, man. The entire problem is that the fairies just keep digging their graves and they don't see it. With Morgan, with Morgan or Ash, they keep just they kept, at every single turn she kept trying to help them, they were rejected her basically. What? The prophecy deceived us. The foreign mage can't be trusted, and Percival of the Round Table Army instigated the whole thing. We can't let them leave here alive. Let's just cut them down now and stick their heads on pikes in the town square. Huh. Oh, damn. Grimmer is literally just like, yep, I'm not even slightly dealing with this. If you want to run for it, go right ahead. You seem like the reasonable sort, and I don't see any reason to burn you to... S-Clash Mash coming to save them again. Of course I did. Such a cowardly sneak attack doesn't hold a candle to the real Lancelot. I mean, the reason, Koyan has her reasons. And to be fair, Koyan doesn't care what happened to the fairy. She's literally just friends with Muriel. She genuinely does. I think she even straight up says that the fairies of this Lost Belt are so much like humans, it's disgusting. I think I vaguely remember a line of something like that. Yeah, Mash, Melusine really isn't that much of a threat at any point. Literally ever, like, they hyped her up oh man, she beat Muramasa on her own. But then every other time we've met her, we've, just beaten her herself. I only need to take care of the Child of Prophecy and the Chaldeans. You have nothing to do with... Oh, yes, I do. They're my comrades. I've trusted my life with them in battle. Most of all, they're friends I admire and respect. I don't care if they're the Fairy of Paradise or residents from the outside world, or even if they're from a different world altogether. None of that changes the fact that we've all lived and fought together. These people have done everything they can to follow the path they believe is right and to help their comrades do the same. No problem, Steph. Thanks for stopping by. Time she was on our side to beat Coin Sky. Well, yeah. But almost every other time we kind of just were like, alright, well, that was it. She's only ever excelled in fights against single people as soon as we start ganging up on her. Which, I mean, it starts to make sense slightly, but we're ganging up on a child. A knight worthy of the Spear of Selection to be a replacement for the Child of Prophecy if necessary. It's Lost Belt 4. We helped her out in India. We're tainted doesn't mean your spirits need to be tainted too. I'm so proud of the mania that you're growing into. That's why I don't want to lose you now. You've already used the spirit selection twice. Once 6 years ago and once against Woodwoes. If you use it again, I don't care. Besides, I still need to repay you for the blow you dealt Lady Gareth. Even now, her bravery and spirit still live on in this spear. Tomlin Lancelot. If you insist on going by that name even now that Morgan is gone, then I will show you no mercy. If you're going to repeat that terrible mistake, then I'll do everything in my power to correct it. Damn, she really just flew through the roof. Did you just really talk her into retreating? Yes, my sis Lancelot is actually much kinder than she seems. I know there was an excellent chance she'd listen to reason if I made a compelling argument, so I took a calculated risk. We entirely could have beat her. This would not have been a problem. With all 6 of us here, we would have beaten her easily. Like in canon, the once the map music is gone. No, it changed. You can hear them rioting. Oh, that's cool. But yeah, in terms of story, like in story, she got beaten by Muramasa, Grimmer, and like a few servants we just kind of left behind. And Grimmer was powering them, so he was just kind of weaker at that time. If all 6 of us ganged up on her, she was not winning. Beat up the child. What a wonderful knight Percival's become. He's honest, gentle, dependable, but I've never seen him so angry. He's actually the one who taught me what it means to be human now that I think about it. Excuse me, where's my bottle of water? I'm gonna drink some water here. I know. I know what I'm doing is foolish, but I just can't help it. Are those screams coming from around Salisbury? No, it's not just Salisbury. I can hear them all over. Gloucester, Oxford, Norwich. Are those moors? They're not just keeping to the forests and ravines. They're coming out of the plains and the highways, too. No, wait. Fairies are turning into moors on their own? Accusation from King Clan fairies have stoked resentment against Edinburgh. And now the northern fairies and upper-class fairies in the castle are fighting amongst themselves. She said so herself she retreated because there was no reason to keep fighting after the gate was destroyed and Bargus was no longer on Morgan's side. I mean, yeah, but, like, still... The fact that they, like, beat her back enough to that point, it kind of says a lot. I still think that we could have ganged up on her and beat her. In that moment, yeah, Percival was just like, I don't... Really, the only reason we didn't beat her up there is because Percival doesn't want to fight his sister. Yet. He still got to repay her for, Gareth, but... Those idiots, how can they let themselves be riled up like that without a shred of evidence? Where are they? I'll go silence them myself. You there, capture the fairies who are spreading the wind tiding. I'll slap them with the new administration's first charge of treason. Don't call me your excellency, it makes me all twitchy. I mean, how could you let the Moors get inside? Hasn't the main gate been repaired by now? Yes, man, but there's no sign of them having entered from inside. Death Battle, Melusine versus CW's The Flash, the 2 dumbest speedsters I know. Honestly, Melusine would still win. Nah, The Flash would win because comic book bullshit. The only thing more inconsistent than the Nasu versus comic books. Dreamt, but the Moors didn't even touch him. Oh. Stuff is coming out from the pit. Oh! Stuff is coming out from the pit. Don't worry about me, I can stand on my own. You all need to get away from here. The pit is causing all these Moors to appear. They'll overrun the castle soon. Get to the plains while you still can. Tell all the other Round Table army soldiers as well. Never mind me, and any fairy who could have gotten away surely has done so by now. Now go on, leave. Forget about Camelot. I'll hold the rear while you make your escape. Well, is someone leaving a fucking room? Yeah, but you're forgetting that they literally just write reasons for him to win. He'd be losing for 90% of the fight, but during that last 10%, he'd get the Rider's Plot armor buff. Aww. And I can get it down instead of Britain. That's the reason I'm still alive. I don't know. I haven't watched CW Flash, honestly. Everyone I know watched it, like, when it first came out, and were like, oh my god, man, this is so good. You need to watch it. And again, I don't really care for superhero stuff as if it isn't Kamen Rider. Oh, yo, hold up. Yo, this is kind of a banger. Ooh, new map theme. Okay, I'm locked into using a support here. First actual fight that forces you to use an NPC support. And of course that means I can't double Koyan. I don't know why my brain was just like, okay, let's use... My friend was like, okay, well, I guess I should bring Dark Koyan. You know, that servant who isn't on NA yet. Yeah, the fairies from the north and south were pretty busy fighting each other. No time for us. Oh man, I need to stop talking so much. My throat is actually starting to really, really hurt now. What do you mean Habitat's used to this stuff? I should go make a cup of like hot water, or not hot water, hot chocolate. that is certainly a phrase I just said. But you're right, Lord Master. Time is of the essence. We need to act now before. What the hell? What the hell happened to Percival? Hang on. Why are there so many of them? Mash, Da Vinci, grab Percival and get him to that forest over there. Hurry. We'll keep him busy for about 2 minutes. Okay. So give me a second. I am going to go get some hot water and make me a cup of tea. Do you guys mind if I run an ad break while I go make some hot chocolate so I can soothe my aching throat? I'm also gonna probably grab some pizza slices and eat some more. You guys mind if I do that? Alright. 60-second ad break. I'll be right back. The idea just occurred to me that maybe I should be running have the later screen up. Alright, ladies and germs. I have returned. I forgot to close the door. Give me a second, I have not returned. Alright, the door's closed now. I've actually returned. Alright, let's get back to some more reading. Baboosh.
I figured out how to beat Melee's Zine. 252 plus spot choice spec speeds of Ruin Chiyu Dark Pulse versus 252 horsepower.
This goddamn meme again.
252 plus SPD audios. 398 to 470. 109.3 to 129.1%. Guaranteed OCO.
Guaranteed OCO. Were you just saving that for when I got back? What? What are you playing? Who is this? Oh yeah, this is a 6 enemy node. You know, it's really interesting that they introduced 6 enemy nodes in this Lost Belt, and they only use them like twice. Like, since the beginning of this Lost Belt, this is the only other one we've seen, I think. Mixing my hot choco. Honestly though, I can probably, now that we're back in I have access to a kettle. If you guys remind me to buy tea like while I'm at work, I might be able to bring back the make tea redeem. Would you guys enjoy that? The make tea redeem coming back? I'm gonna limit it to once per stream though. Oh my god, you know what's really funny? This is gonna be my first time using Koyon's NP on NA. I literally have not used it. Oh well no, I use it in the, that's right, I used it in the trial club, so that counts. Dang, I thought we were gonna get the cool I genuinely had to wonder why her NP did so much damage. I forgot I have NP too. I actually forgot I had NP too. I guess I'm a fake gamer. Yo, do these Moors just hate Morgan? All of those Moors decided that in that moment, Morgan was the greatest threat in the world. Or do they have, like, weird targeting? I know some AI, I know in some certain, all fairies hate Morgan now, true. I know there are certain, like, enemy AIs that are programmed to attack certain people more often. Like how there's one challenge quest where the enemies, like, are specifically made to target, like, support servants. I think it was in one of the early Nero Fests or something. Why do you just carry around dried fruit? Oh, the Salter fight. Yeah, that's right. You are correct. What the hell's going on here? How can we get anywhere like this? Oh, it's Grimmer's Wolf Boys. That bad, huh? Then I guess it's finally begun. We're not going to Gloucester or Londinium. There are moors popping up all over the island, and every city has shut its gates. What's worse, all the fairies who are overcome with fear in this mess are turning into moors on their own. Nowhere in Britain is safe anymore. This is the beginning of the Great Calamity. Oh, there's an NPC solo coming up. Who the hell is this, then? This is the reference. This is the reference to the fact that Ku Kalan is a furry. I wonder, when does the really cool stuff start happening? Because there aren't a lot of long chapters. We might be able to do a third chapter today. I'm gonna love this one. Oh no, I think I get who the NPC support is here. Oh no. Morgan's been waiting on it all the time. Don't think she knew what form it would take, though. A great calamity is kind of like pus that builds up in Great Britain over the course of a millennium. Massive death throes become magical energy that spells throughout the isle, and the calamity that catches that magical energy grows huge as a result. That's how the great calamities happen. And they're going to keep happening as long as this Britain's around. Huh. Letting out the bad blood that's built up in the land's veins. Yeah, I can. More than I already know. The thing that's been smoldering away in the pit for centuries is about to come out and say hello. That thing's basically why I was sent here in the first place. Although I get the feeling there's more to it than that. Does this have something to do with the red and black calamities the prophecy mentions? There are 3 calamities? Oh, neat! More than one calamity on the way. But those 2 calamities aren't my area, so I don't know what they are. Wait, does that mean that the curse that Bargus is referring to, is she also a calamity? Or are the calamities... The calamities are Big Chungy, Sussy, and... Albion, I'm assuming. Or does Sussy not count as a calamity? We can hit it now, while we still got a chance. Exactly, you're a quick one, Missy. But to do that, we're gonna need the Fairy of Paradise's help. The old Sussy does not count? Okay, so it's Sussy... What do you mean, fuck me? What did I do? The old god of wisdom is telling me that we're gonna need her to put the thing at the end of at the bottom of this pit away. Maybe do the Among Us twerk. I couldn't even see it. That's the best part. I couldn't even see it. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a lot of specifics. I still don't know exactly that thing is. Artoria, I think it's time you told us about your pilgrimage final destination. About the Fairy of Paradise's true purpose. Why is this unskippable? Oh! Is this also affecting the red text? Really? This is an odd one, but sure. I don't think so. Well, I'm gonna say the second one because this sounds like something we're gonna realize. It's... God, talk about the worst possible timing. Can't they tell we're busy here? Never mind that call, Artoria. Go on, what were you gonna say? Huh? That was a call. Chaldea called us. Our electronic devices used to be inoperable here, but now they're working again. Well, damn, don't I look a fool now? Hello? This is Codename Watson. Do you read me, Chaldea? Loud and clear, Miss Watson. This is 221B Baker Street. Cool. I guess we're never gonna get Watson in this game, man. I'm mad. Well, permit me to summarize ours. About 1 hour ago, the border's various systems began coming back online, including the system that would previously shut down if we so much approached the aisle. At the moment, our electricity is provided by the steam generator while we perform maintenance on all parts of the ship. Fuck do you mean Watson is right there? The real one! John Watson, the lolly. It was the Isle of Britain itself that rejected proper human history and therefore the steam border. Storm border. Jesus. Hey, we were gonna hear about what Artoria's purpose is. Steam border, Babbage mentioned. I have to refuse. Please just leave me here. Time is of the essence, right? I couldn't live with myself if I slowed you down. We're not leaving you alone. First of all, it's only a matter of time until more show up here too. If we leave you alone here, we'll basically be leaving you to your death. But you knew that, didn't you? Even though you said you consider Artoria, Mash, and Soul friends? Yes, I know this is very selfish of me, but... Gotcha. Well, if you're that committed, I guess there's nothing more to say. We're not... Don't leave the... No, don't leave the boy! Percival's such a homie, don't leave him! Oh, cool. Oh, Reg was here? What? He was following us? It's the other best boy! I'm happy. You know what? I'm happy. At any rate, I overheard the whole thing from behind that tree. Sounds like to me like you all need a carriage, and one that verges on unsafely fast at that. One pulled by the fastest fairy horse in Fairy Britain who can keep galloping non-stop until we reach your destination. It's the best boy! Let's go! Yeah, he gave up on being in Aurora's army. What a Chad. Oh no. Barg is also over here being a Chad. I must keep them away from the Round Table Army survivors outside the castle. Have at you, Moors. I get to Bargus solo. I'm real happy. Can't you tell by the sound of my voice? This is what a happy person sounds like. Oh, we can even do chapter 27 today. I just realized. Chapter 27 is only a few minutes long. It's literally just 2 chapters. Or 2 arrows. We can do that quick. What? Okay, that was rude. I have a stream plan tomorrow, right? Honestly, we might be able to finish 6.3 tomorrow. Is she Oh, is she absorbing the curses? Is that what's happening here? Oh man. Look at it, guys. Bargus is looping. Man. God, fucking I knew I would love Vargas' character. I knew I would love it. But just like actually being able to read it in English and understand what exactly is happening made me fall in love with her even more. Honestly, now even now she's up there with Uchi for me. She's up there with Uchi and Bibi and Ibuki, I guess, because those are like my top three. But she's very much in that spot now. Honestly, she might be tied with Uchi for one of my favorite servants in the game now. For my favorite servant in the game, honestly. What a Chad. 120 Vargas one? Honestly, I might. After BB, I might. Tell you what, if I fail the next summer BB banner and I don't get the MP2 copy, I'll do 120 Vargas first. We could be Fey Night Dusties, cool. Oh no, oh no, they died anyway. I'm sorry I wasn't strong enough. Oh no. Hmm? What? I have to get to Manchester. I'm its lord. I have to protect the people there. What does she mean by protect in that sense? Oh man. Okay, going to the next. Why are we over here? Aren't we supposed to be heading back over to the storm border? What? Why did we move away from the storm border? Yeah, you don't have to speak. I kind of figured out what exactly is going on there. Oh man, that chapter's gonna hit. Oh good, it's Spriggan. Yeah, I can see where this is going. But Lord Spriggan, what about the soldiers who left us as souls? Don't say it, believe me. I hate to lose soldiers like that after everything I invested in training them. But we're helpless against so many Moors. Armed or not, humans can only do so much. Cool, sure. We need the Fang clan to handle a threat this large. Oh no. Why do you think I'm exercising my last resort? Any chance of alliance with the North died with Nocnaria. Damn it, of course I was gonna have her assassinated eventually, but there's time and place for these things. Why did she kill Nocnaria now instead of waiting after the damn Great Calamity? Morgan's history proves beyond a doubt that the fairies need a king to help them keep in line. What in the world was she thinking? No, 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 no. Don't tell me she wasn't thinking at all. She didn't give a single thought to the future, didn't have designs on rising to power, nor the desire to run this country her own way. She didn't think about any of that? She killed Nocnaria solely because she didn't like her? I can't believe it. How in the world did that monster survive for 2,000 years with such an empty head? I can't believe I'm agreeing with Spriggan of all people. Yeah, Spriggan has plans to betray people and shit, but he knows that like he needs people to keep everyone else in line. Honestly, unironically, if it wasn't Nocnaria, the best remaining fairy to be like king would have been him. Huh. They collapsed immediately after Lady Nocturn's death. We took the ones who are still breathing to the rearing house and are keeping them on a close watch. Yeah, he's a human. So really, he would have been the best candidate. He's like Uther if Uther was an even worse person. It's been abandoned for 6 years now, so I took the liberty of repurposing it. Oh yes, that darling little house. I always did like it, and it turned out so wonderfully adorable. But you know, now, what was his name again? Well, ever since I cast out that gray-haired human boy, I haven't been able to quite been able to bring myself to visit again. Oh, I thought you had forgotten all about him. Lady Aurora, may I ask why you cast him out? What do you mean? He grew up after using the spear only once, remember? And he couldn't become the child of prophecy once he looked grown up, right? He was human after all. Right, of course. Was I wrong to reopen the rearing house? Oh no, Coral, it was a wonderful idea. That building is fully equipped for pest control. It's perfect for the injured northern fairies. A wave of my finger will send them all to their eternal rest. What? We'll just have to make sure this child of prophecy is brought to justice for this abominable crime. The foreign mage is just as culpable, but I'm sure the child of prophecy must have tricked her into helping her. Yeah, he just looks... Oh, so the Spear of Selection literally aged him up. So he's like 15. Humans made everything in that world, and so many different kinds of humans at that. I'm sure it must be simply overflowing with wonders that would make your eyes pop out of your head. Lady Aurora, I'm afraid now is not the time for that. The number of Moors outside the city has continued to grow, and fairies from Neubar villages have been pounding on our gates asking to be let in. There are even some fairies here in Salisbury who have been showing signs of Moor's disease. We need to increase our shelter capacity immediately. Once we open the gate and let the refugees in, we'll need to open the cathedral's doors as well. We can't possibly tend them all to ourselves. So we'll also have to request aid from the humans in Gloucester or Londini. Why bother? Just leave the gates closed. What? Oh, and do have the human guards dispose of the fairies with Moore's disease, won't you? That's the whole reason we've been raising humans in the first place. What the fuck? And what about the refugees outside? How are we... Oh, don't worry about them. They're very strong, or they wouldn't have chosen to live in their dingy forest instead of my lovely city. I'm sure they'll find some way to get through this. We will just focus on keeping Salisbury safe. Time will take care of everything, Coral. All we have to do is stay calm and wait. So, you're not gonna do anything? You just want us to remain here in the bell tower where it's safe? Now, Coral, don't be difficult. I'd hate to have to strip you of those pretty wing... Oh, God. Halaboromia. Oh, Jesus. Imagine being so racist that you make Coral care about minorities. Imagine being so racist that other racists have to tell you to calm down. Oh man, I fucking hate her. Coral was a dick, but she was a dick that made sense. Oh man. I even know a little about how Coral's fates go. And mass quantities of Moors have been appearing all around Britain. They also said that Moor's poison has been seeping out of the pit, and that all of Camelot is subsumed in black fog. I see. It seems a great calamity has begun then. But this changes nothing for Gloucester. As long as the fairy is vowed to abide by Gloucester's way of doing things, that is, to have fun above all else regardless of clan affiliation, then offer refuge to anyone who asks. Oh yeah, with Miriam's Fey Domains, Gloucester might be the safest place to stay. Send them out to rescue fairies stranded in the nearby villages. The Fang clan has more resistance to Moor's poison than the others, that's why they were able to kill the Moor's king. Oh no. Uh-oh. Lady Miriam, the Fang clan is, well... what are you still doing here? I thought I gave you an order. I'm going to keep studying the pit. I'm finally getting closer to the truth of it. There are patches in the documents Morgan hid away about Britain's origins. Churnanos and the First Prophecy. If I can decipher them, I'll know what the Great Calamity really is. Whatever's trying to destroy our Britain, I swear to reveal it, or I'm not the head of the Wing clan and the Lord of Gloucester. Oh, I'm beginning to see. I knew it. Clan Sky had told me about these things called gods, and it looks like there was once one in Britain too. Churnanos, the god of beasts and islands who parted the seas. That must be the god at the bottom of the pit. The real question is, why did this god disappear? What did the six clans wish for? But most of all, what made this world go down a different route than proper human history in the first place? I'm so close to the answer now I can almost taste it. It's too bad you're dissociating. An invader that fell to the planet from a shooting star. And then the fairies... Uh-oh. A fairy's sins are their own. You can't punish children for their parents' sins. Oh, come on. I'm beginning to see a lot of the pot calling the kettle black. This is really dramatic irony. What? Uh-oh. Sleepy, no. Sleepy, no. Why was that? Clip that, please. Someone clip that. That was so perfect. Oh no, it was perfect in the most horrible way. God, that. Oh god, that is so awful. You are terrible, Sleepy. Congratulations, Murian, you got it. And thank you for getting rid of the Fang clan, by the way. That made it so much easier for the calamity to spread unchecked. Had the Fang clan still been around, they'd have kept killing enough Moors that the Great Calamity would never show up. This time I'm going all out. The more calamities, the better. Thanks again for doing your part to end things. Besides, you got your revenge and you learned the truth about Britain. You did everything you wanted, yes? No regrets? Then it's time to pack it in. Oh, dear lord. Yes, that's right. And, oh, before you go, permit me one final confession. I'm sorry for sicking the Fang clan on the Wing clan all those years ago. I honestly didn't have any reason. I was just in a bad mood that day. Terribly sorry. Thank you, Knight. Oh man, shit really just deteriorated super fast there. Approaching the end of chapter 26. It's been a day and a half since I started galloping along the coastline. We should be at the western shore soon. Incidentally, I've started to lose all feeling in my forelegs. My hind legs too, for that matter. Best boy taking us to our destination. You ran yourself ragged for us? Teary-eyed. Not at all. Even putting my legs aside, the wagon wheels are about 20 seconds from falling off. Are you all ready to run to the ocean as soon as you're out of the carriage? I see a whole mess of Moors over on the shore. I never did figure out what exactly propeller humming history was all about. But I suspect it means you are all the brave warriors destined to truly save Britain. It's been an honor to accompany you on your journey. Please tell me Redra survives. Redra is the only character I care about surviving. I don't care about Castoria or anyone else. I just want him to survive. Him and Mike. Oh, I don't even get an NP. I don't even get the chance to select the support here. Two waves. The first with 4 Berserkers and 1 Avenger, and the second wave has 4 Berserkers and 2 Avengers. In this battle, up to 6 enemies can be displayed on the field at the same time. Neat. Oh, I didn't want Juno. Why would I want him? What a fucking loser. Morgan is much cooler. There, I finally admitted it. Are you all happy? Morgan is cooler than Juno. As you all know, I am the greatest Morgan simp on the planet. So me admitting this is truly a win for the Arjuna Nation. Or the Arjuna gang, I don't know. I don't know where this bit is going. It doesn't really have an end point. It didn't have a beginning point either. It will just just the randomest thoughts I could possibly muster. Ah, no, there's no reason putting you there. Incredible, everything you just said was wrong. You can't just say I'm wrong with no proof, no evidence. Show your work. I expect a full 300-word essay about how I was wrong. Want me to get the thought of you saying that you were not a fan of Morgan still? Sure. So I assume in Arrow 5 and Arrow 6 we're gonna meet the big bad himself. We're gonna meet the real man, and actually, you're scared of Morgan fans. You don't have to be. They've never felt the touch of a woman, so you'll be fine. Just remind them of that little fact, and you'll be set in my mind. So I'm assuming in the next two chapters we're gonna see if we actually got the red text or not. Oh right, now we have Morgan's BGM theme. If I become a Morgan fan, do I count as having felt the touch of a woman? Well, considering you are one, I guess. Because in that case, the touch of a woman is your own touch. So as long as you touched your own body. Maybe I should phrase that better. I feel like I should phrase that better. I don't know why, but I feel like I should. In a completely non-sexual way, let's say it like that. You know, I was gonna say, man, why do the Moors not have the threat to humanity trait? But then I remembered, oh right, humanity doesn't really exist here, huh? But a certain Baka does. Oh man. You guys know that Kingdom Hearts is on sale on the Epic Game Stores right now? I'm waiting until I get paid on Thursday to buy it. There's a certain god here that has a threat to humanity trait. I wonder why. I mean, there are two servants here that have, or two bosses here that have the threat to humanity trait, rather. I shouldn't say servant because the other one isn't a servant. I did? I don't remember saying anything about Kingdom Hearts yesterday. Sorry, my brain is still a little bit mush. I don't remember things. I wish I could give you time to take a breather in your quarters, I really do. But can you tell me more about what is going on here before I have an aneurysm? But first, roll call. That must be Artoria, the King Arthur of Fairy Britain. That must be Percival of the Round Table Army. That's obviously Kukulon. And that must be Sanju Muramasa, the alter ego disciple of the Fern God. Excellent. I can see they're all just as capable and dependable as I thought. Having them on board should give us just the edge we need. Guten Tag, denizens of the land of the Fae. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm Gordov Mulsik. Music. Whatever. Director of Chaldean Commander of the Border. Listen, shut up. Given the circumstances, I see no point in discriminating between those of you from proper human history and those of you from the Lost Belt. Since we're all in the same, very rapidly sinking boat, I hope I can count on your help in resolving this unprecedented crisis. By the way, how come there are so few of you? Didn't Da Vinci's reports mention at least a few others? Uh, Gareth and Oberon didn't make it. What? How about the Northern Fairies then? Didn't you have a Mab match with Mabe look-alike where you became I mean mad friends? Nocnaria passed away during her coronation. Oh, I see. Then her death can't have been a peaceful one. What a terrible shame. Well, we can't count on help from those who have already passed on, and there's no point in dwelling on it. Alright, let me tell you what the situation is here. We began our water takeoff sequence, but it's going to be several hours yet before we can leave. Technical advisor, I need you in the computer room yesterday. Nemo Professor needs your help. Mash, see that the two guests are well tended to. No, wait. Take Percival to the infirmary first. He's not looking too good. Maramasa, Grimmer, now that you're on board my ship, you'll be treated like any other Chaldean servant. Captain Nemo here will brief you on our plan of attack. As for you, Soul, I see you're in just as sorry a state as ever, but that's nothing new for you now by now, isn't it? Shit. First, I want you to get yourself checked over at the infirmary, then use our precious few command spells to replenish yours. After that, you're to return here and brief myself and the administrative advisor on every place you visited in Britain. As you know, we'll be going in there ourselves in the storm border in just a few hours. So we're going to need all the information you can give us on the land and the fairies who live in it. Look at Gordolf. Really? What? Channel point alerts are now live? What? This will be a fearsome battle, so make sure you're all well-rested and ready for anything. Look at Gordolf being a Chad and actually doing his job as commander. Though whether we can do it is another matter entirely. Broadly speaking, we have two goals. The first is to prevent Britain from collapsing. That will require us to investigate the pit, stop the calamity, and wipe out the Moors that have sprung up all over Britain. And the second is acquiring the Divine Construct. We came very close on the latter, but it seems we were thwarted at the last moment. I don't blame the Round Table Army for this, but I still can't help but wonder if they couldn't have finished it just a day sooner. Damn it. About that, Grimmer, could we see you here for a moment? I do, yes. It pertains to the Divine Construct. We thought we could achieve that goal by seizing one of Camelot's sacred lances. But according to Miss Soul, you seemed a bit put off when the topic came up before. May I ask why that is? Damn, you got a mind like a steel trap, don't you, Soul? Yeah, that's right. You guys are barking up the wrong tree. Taking one of Camelot's sacred lances for yourself doesn't mean you'll automatically be able to fit it to this ship. Divine contracts are closely tied to their wielder. You might be able to create one, but you having the right to actually use it isn't the same thing. Until you guys get back what you at Chaldea, what all of proper human history lost when the world was wiped clean, you'll never be granted a divine construct of your own. So what? Humanity? Like, what do you mean the thing we lost? So that's why we had to come to this Lost Belt, and Miss Science sent us here because she knew about it. What? Fire spreading all up Britain. It looks like it started in the northwestern part of the Isle. Manchester. Oh no! So cool that we got an ordeal call reference so early on. Oh yeah, that must be a reference to ordeal call. Huh. So even all the way back here, we're kind of seeing the results of our summoning so many extra class servants. And we're only gonna make the problem worse even after Ordeal Call being telling us that, hey, maybe stop summoning extra servants because the more you summon, the less human you'll become. And then we turned right back around like a week later and summon a beast. If I get into that bed, I'll be unconscious for several days, right? I'm the commander of the Round Table Army, and that's time I can't afford to lose. Even if I can't be of much help, I still want to see what becomes of Britain. And besides, how could I ever face my soldiers if I told them that while Britain faced this crisis, I was asleep? But it said Umu. Listen, I'm not saying that it was a bad thing that we summoned the beast. I'm just saying it's much nicer to have a beast on our side than on the enemy side, really. Oh shoot. Hold up. Okay, good. There wasn't any revealing information in there. This is about you being a substitute child of prophecy, isn't it? Is that also why you're in poor health right now? From what I gathered, it was Aurora who took you in and those other children. It was Aurora who took you and those other human children in just after you were born. Woodwose was the one who saw you at talent at the Rearing House, and Lancelot taught you how to use a sword. I love that Kadok's reaction is just going back to sleep. Man was too tired to deal with our bull. Yeah, because Kadok is Kadok on the ship right now? Like he's really asleep. Like he's still asleep. Like he hasn't woken up yet. That's right. After Ansel's prophecy became known, a number of different measures were taken in response to the Child of Prophecy. Yeah, he's in a coma. Okay. Man, imagine him like waking up in the middle of our battle and be like in the middle of things and being like, "Hey, what's going on?" Oh yeah, so we're in the Lost Belt Britain and the world is about to collapse. Why am I getting a phone call? Weird. And some villages raise them in secret. The Lord of Salisbury idea was this: if you don't know where the Child of Prophecy will appear, we can just prepare our own in the meantime. Huh. True, that may have been one of their reasons. So what happened afterwards? Lord Woodwose determined that I had the most potential out of all of the candidates. What's more, Salisbury possessed one of the weapons that Ash the Savior used to save Britain in the Fey era. This spear, the Spear of Selection. However, Ash had placed a spiel on a spiel, sure, a seal on the spear that prevented any sinner from using it. In practice, that meant only humans could even touch the spear, let alone wield it. So that's why they use human children. Even if they're not strong as fairies, they could use the Spear of Selection. And that was the bar that had to be met to call oneself the Child of Prophecy. Sorry, I'm gonna take a little bit of a break from reading again because I'm hurt. My brain, my throat really hurts. The Spear Selection uses wielder's life force to generate its true power. Oh yeah, he is 16. Okay. Oh, so that's literally why he's alive. He's he should be dead by now. He's literally only alive because he's just built different. Aw. Hey, if you wanted to kill one person to kill wicked fairies, hey, I heard of a real cool one. Her name is Aurora. Not sure if you've heard of her. You know, it's just your mom, basically. The ship is now battle ready. We've detected a powerful gravitational fluctuation in central Britain. Holmes believes this is the start of Britain's collapse. In 30 minutes, we will transition to flight mode and attempt to enter British airspace ourselves. All hands to the bridge. All hands to the bridge. I repeat, the ship is now... Yep, let's go ahead. Nice. Wait, that was the 4 minute read one? The next one's 10 minutes long? What? Oh! You know, when you put it like that, maybe it is weird telling a 16-year-old to thrust his big spear into his mom, turning him into a man. It's only weird if you make it weird. Don't think about it. Just keep thrusting the spear, man. But this isn't like a euphemism. I'm telling you to kill your mother. What the devil is going on here? It's only been a day and a half. How was all of Britain burning in only a day and a half? I mean, I knew Moors were bad news, but this is unbelievable. He already killed his dad, who did not actually die. I mean, yeah, the person who killed Woodwoes was really Morgan, kinda, sorta. Morgan didn't want to do it, she just kinda ended up doing it because. Vargas told me about that. I think Percival's just really bad at killing things. I mean, literally the only people who's attempted to kill, outside of, like, enemy soldiers, are his are his family members. And I think it would be kind of hard for people to kill their family members. Oh, Da Vinci's back in the control room. Oh yeah, we're gonna be driving in the shadow border. All right, let's go ahead. There are not gonna be any ferries left in Manchester. I know this, but still. That's like running around inside a forest fire. Make sure your mystic code's on and good and secure. Oh wait, it's 1,000 degrees? What? I didn't even like properly register that part. But I can't. You can't go out there now. Damn it! What the hell's going on here? You guys said Manchester was supposed to be this quaint, idyllic town, right? So what the hell am I looking at? Mash, come look at the monitor. Oh no. They didn't die in that fire. The human corpses are all torn apart. It looks like fangs, and the fairies were hacked a bit with swords. The humans were eaten alive. Oh, dear lord. That's Vargas? Oh, no. I gotta get out there. I need to help her. Please let me help her. Let me help my wife, god damn it. Britain's fairies are... It's all my fault. I should have known better. Oh, man. She's finally killing the fairies like she should be. Wait, how was she sucking up our life force from inside the border? Is that the Black Calamity? Ah, fuck. I hate this. We were so close to having a happy ending for people. Is this a cutscene? Or did the wiki get these confused? The wikis got them confused. Okay, cool. Oh no, they didn't. Oh, that was. Oh, right. That was the ending of the node. I misread the nodes. Okay, cool. Ah, freaking. Stop it. Yeah, she's a calamity. The Black Calamity. I've got the Shadow Border safely stored away. Are you guys ready to head to the pit now? Oh, man. Yeah, he beat it in under 11, actually. 10:58, I think, was his time. Every single FNAF game. I trust there are no objections. Hey, come on. Just because it's just because it's true doesn't mean you gotta be so blunt about it. She might have been our enemy. Bargus was one of the few fairies in Fairy Britain who... It's okay. I'm not sure where Bagger slaughtered all of Manchester, but whatever the reason, it's no surprise she became a Moors after doing something so horrific. I have no problem calling her a calamity now. Jesus. Castoria, come on, man. Leave my wife alone. She didn't mean to do bad things. Bad things just kind of happen around her. She's eating lightning? Oh man, do we really have to beat her? Is there no other way to do this? No, there isn't. There's no getting the old Bargus back now. I hate to admit it, but I only now figured out why she was gifted her name. It was to prevent her from becoming that. But now that because I defeated Gawain, there was nothing to stop it anymore. Aww. That must be why she was so hard on herself, why she strived to be a model knight. What are you talking about? You can see the pit, can't you? Save the whining for later and put it up on the monitor now. Our primary objective is to acquire the Sacred Lands at Camelot, whether we can use it or not. So we need to get a handle on what's going on with the pit as soon as possible. Are we gonna see Chungi? It's Chungi! Big Chungus, big Chung. I should have had that set up on the background to play as soon as he came into view. Huh. Not even getting any real numbers for its mass or volume. Even when I compare it against the pit itself, just the part we're seeing here is showing up as over 2 kilometers long. Whatever it is, it's impossibly huge. Sorry, I didn't read that last part. Grimmer, is that the same god that was present during Britain's genesis? Yep, that's Trinanos, the beast god. In Celtic mythology, it's the king of beasts and the one who knows hell itself. Here, it's the being responsible for Britain's creation. That thing's why the old god of wisdom chose me to come here as his vessel. That said, he didn't mention how much it's changed. If this is his idea of a joke, I ain't laughing. That thing's way too big for anyone, human or fairy, to do something about. I can't stop thinking about that Nasu interview where he explained how Trinanos talks. Oh my god, does anyone have the image? Because it's friggin' hilarious. I haven't seen it. Oh man, it's someone has the meme somewhere. Let me see if I can find it real quick. It should be in. Is it in spoiler chat? Maybe. If I scroll up a little bit more, maybe. Nah, I can't find it. It was in someone's Discord, but I don't remember. Zeus, I can understand. He was a machine, at least. Ivan the Terrible might have been a massive mammoth, but at least it made sense for the frigid tundra. I mean, basically that's what it was, but like he added Nanos at the end of everything he was saying. I'm in trouble, Nanos, or something like that. That creature is pure concentrated curse. In fact, I dare say there has never been a more maledict god more powerful. It would be suicide to set foot in Camelot right now, and yet I suspect that creature is precisely why Queen Morgan prepared the sacred lances. Take a look at where she kept them. Was preparing a means to defeat this thing. She had a plan to protect Britain all along. Then we should go to Camelot. The sooner the better. We can't. It's too late. It's all too late. What? That haze looks like the Great Calamity, or the Norwich Calamity. The Calamity was in Trinanos' hands, one of many. Oh, cool. Is Trinanos about to curse all of Britain? Game? Oh, there we go. Now this brings up the question, is there any fairy that's alive right now? I'm assuming Spriggan, well, Spriggan's human, but I'm assuming Spriggan kind of died somewhere along the way. Damn, look at all the, oh, look at this animation, oh man. This is kind of sick. Everywhere you look, we can't avoid them all, let alone get away from them. Yep, we're about to get hit by it. Or are we? Koyan? Oh, is that Quinn or Kath? What? Who? Yeah, it's Koyan, holy shit. Why is she here? And why is she helping us? Okay, to be fair, it was either Koyan or Foe. Lady Miriam, did you leave your lights off again? Ugh, you're gonna ruin your eyes like this. I just got back from the coronation. I'm sure you've already heard how it turned out, but bloodstains? Uh-oh. Oh, Koyan Skya, welcome back. I'm glad you're here. I still hadn't said a proper goodbye. Man, this is literally the only time I've actually cared for Koyan in the story. Moors may be the only new creatures I managed to acquire here in Britain, but I still enjoyed some lovely days off thanks to your generosity. I promise to repay this favor one day. As soon as I finish making my primate zoo, you'll be the first to receive an invitation. I'm sorry, I'm not sure what's going on anymore. It feels like I'm still dreaming, and once I wake up, you're worried you'll forget everything. Not to worry, I'm the beast of taming. Unlike humans, I never forget my debts. Thank you for calling me your friend, my eccentric little princess. It would be an honor to purchase your joy and grief from my catalog. I'd never sell them, of course. I'm quite fond of you. I see. Then do you think you could pay me for them now? I was an idiot. I couldn't keep my anger, my hatred in check. I'm responsible for this. I should have realized who the true enemy was. But instead, I was used and manipulated right to the end. So at the very least, you'd like to get your revenge? Oh, thank you! Thank you for finding it. Alright, I'll show it after this scene. No, I want you to at least protect Britain. We fairies may be fated to die out, we can never atone for our sins. Even so, I still want you to protect Britain, to protect the land of the Fae. I don't want the Great Calamity to just wipe us all out on its own terms. I want us to reach our destination, even if it's the end of the line. Can I ask this of you, Koenskaya? Even though you're all alone in this world, just like me? Aww. I can't believe Koyan... You know what? This is her paying us back for Lost Belt 4. Do keep those annoying pauses off me, won't you? They're messing with my concentration. Sonar jamming, eh? As with Limbo, it's only a matter of time until we'll need to settle things with Skya. I was hoping to collect some data that would help us eventually subdue her, along with some inspiration for my deductions. Well, are you going to escape or not? The emergency evacuation service expires soon. If you need my services again, it's going to cost you dearly. Yeah. No, it's not that. Pressure building up on the ground. It looks like even Quinn Sky can only hold it off for so long. Menware, get us out of here. Whatever you do, do it. Not whatever you do. Whatever you have to do. Man. Words are hard. I don't know if you guys knew this, but speaking is difficult. And that's as far as a friend discount goes. The rest is up to Chaldea. As for me, I think it's time I return to my headquarters. I'm ready. Though this is Chernonos Coast, easy to mistake it for a weapon capable of destroying a world. Game freeze. Classic. Huh. So did Koyan actually make herself significantly weaker by helping us out? What a pal. I didn't think it was Fofos, Purple Tails, Co's eyes on her tail. I don't know, man. I thought it was Koyan at first, but maybe I'm like, oh, well, no, Koyan doesn't have any reason to save us, so maybe Cath Palag? Because, you know, it's Britain, and eventually we're going to have to meet Merlin. That was my line of thinking. Came to blows over who would escape on the two ocean liners, eventually devolving into murderous mobs of fairies and humans. In a barber shop on Main Street, a kind young human man comforted a fairy woman who had succumbed to panic. The residents of Oxford, who had moved there with the hope of becoming the next privileged class, were destroyed when they were unable to defend off a Moor's attack. Without the Fang clan there to protect them, they were utterly powerless. Although Salisbury managed to defend itself by keeping its gates closed, it was coming to an end even more gruesome than any of the other cities. Londinium continued to burn in silence. The few remaining Round Table army soldiers welcomed the fairies who fled there and did their best to fend off the Moors. Though, in truth, The Round Table Army soldiers were already badly injured and no longer able to fight. No, I did not, Iris. I don't think I'm literally in any server that you're in right now, aside from my own. Hello, Pensage, what's up? So the fairies who sought refuge there summoned up the last of their courage and defended their soldiers for as long as they were able. Sick. The residents of Gloucester painlessly disappeared relatively painlessly, one at a time. That was weird. A young girl who had been freed from the Western Ranch some time before made the journey back to Gloucester after a series of trials and tribulations. She braved her way through the flames to rescue her former master, a failure of a fairy who had been helpless without her. After a tearful reunion, the girl and fairy joined hands before being swallowed up by the fissure of the ground. Aw, man. Story? Sad. I want to cry. Nothing is going right for anyone. Oh shit, congrats. Where the hell did you get enough money to NP5 Oberon? How the hell did that happen? Why is it on fire again? Because nothing can go right. The calamity is striking back. Well, not striking back. The calamity is finally striking. I don't understand why you'd be so heartbroken by this, Anchorite, and you have every right to be angry, Holmes. We left for 5 minutes. Yeah, you left for 5 minutes and things kinda went horribly wrong. No, there isn't. We can't even get close in the storm border anymore. The 12 Rongominiads were our last hope, and they've all been destroyed along with Camelot. There's nothing we can do to stop the collapse Trismegistus II predicted anymore. You know, the foreign god could have came herself and helped out. Hey now, there's still hope. I'd hold out for at least another hour before giving up. Sure, the fairy saints have been accumulating for 14,000 years. Sure, we're now faced with both the calamities the prophecy predicted and the corpse of a god that just popped out of the pit. Can things stop going wrong for 5 minutes? I mean, things went kinda okay. Up until... up until the coronation. The British lost what became its own proper human history by virtue of turning into a singularity. That is, a distortion in history. In other words, repairing that singularity will restore history, resulting in the land of the Fae never having existed. And isn't that Chaldea's specialty? Yep. It's the man, the myth, the legend. Merlin! Okay, now I want you to explain why you why you taught Castoria how to be a terrorist. That's the most important question I have. It's the cock wizard. Unfortunately, I don't think giving anyone a cock will be very helpful in this situation. Alright, let's read chapter 27 and then we'll call it a day. How's that sound, everyone? What do you mean? That's always good. What else was I supposed to do? Say no? I mean, is there any reason Merlin specifically couldn't have come and helped us earlier? What was stopping him from showing up? Actually, oh, right, Morgan kinda sealed him away, didn't she? Yeah, I forgot about that little portion of the story. Now then, I believe greetings are in order. Good day, Chaldeans. I'm the amazing Merlin the Great. I've actually been free for some time now, ever since Morgan was killed and her garden disappeared. Sorry for getting here so late. I needed some extra time to get everything ready. Please tell me we punch him. Please tell me we punch him. That was just Senpai's full impression. Is that a thing in Chaldea now? Who said that could be a thing? Oh, whoops. Sorry about that. I'm still a little shaky. I'm not exaggerating when I say this feels like a waking dream for me. You see, I'm not actually there with you. What you're seeing right now is an illusion. That also means I can only hear your voices. I can't see what either you or Mash look like right now, Soul. So I'm afraid our joyful reunion will have to wait a little longer. But don't worry, I'll get to see your grown-up faces in just a few hours. I'll be waiting for you at the entrance to Avalon, making sure I look nice and respectable. Merlin? You're Merlin? That's me. Is that the Child of Prophecy speaking? Sorry to surprise you like this. I know we have a lot to catch up on, but I'm afraid our private conversation will have to wait until things are somewhat less intense. Let's see, I believe Mr. Gordolph is Chaldea? He is Chaldea. It finally has happened. Gordolph is now the building. I won't bother asking why you're just showing up now. You're right that we have more pressing matters than you barging in. What I want to know is what you meant when you said there's still hope. Nice, you pack a lot of bluster into that voice. It seems you're pretty much the exact opposite of the prior acting commander. But I digress. When I said there's hope, I mean there's still a way to stop this collapse. Let me cut to the chase. I'd like you to send the Fairy of Paradise back here right away. Artoria, you've been reading... Yeah, reading is hard. I'm sorry. I'm having a brain fart. Things are not going very well for me right now. Once you have, it'll be possible to erase the singularity and defeat Trininos. But I'm not qualified to. Qualifications, schmalifications, none of that matters. Trininos' curse will weaken once the Fairy of Paradise who rings the bell of pilgrimage returns to paradise. Won't get rid of it entirely, but it'll stop it from getting stronger. The God of Wisdom who pawned this power off on me confirmed as much. He might be from a different mythology, but he knows what he's talking about here. Huh. Ambrosius. What? It doesn't even matter if she's alive? Why aren't you upset at him? Yeah, what do you mean? Hello? So I've actually kind of known about it all along. I could see that's why Grimmer was here too. That's expressly for the worst case scenario, Grimmer. We're nowhere near that point now. She's in the best possible condition right now. I can't see it, but I can sense it. I have no doubt that the Fairy of Paradise, the Avalon LaFay, will fulfill her duty of her own volition. So what? Okay. I'm guessing the entire thing is like the apology, and that's what the pilgrimage is, so... The Avalon LaFay title drop roll credits. Yeah, fire writing. That said, we're still talking about the largest holy ground in the Magecraft world. It won't just let anyone in. But it should open for Soul as a representative of humanity, Mash as a Knight of the Round Table, the Fairy of Paradise, then I guess there's room for her attendant Baramasa as well. The rest of you will have to wait there until they get back. Yeah, we're finally going to Avalon! What else can we do? Captain, set a course for the Dark Bog immediately. Merlin has so many title drops, by the way. Oh, I can't wait until... This truly was Lost Belt 6 Avalon LaFay. This truly was the Lost Belt 6 all along. This really was the moment when a planet was born. Oh, wait, there's a spelling error. There is a spelling error on chat on there currently. No, he says... I know he says that one. I've actually seen that. I've seen that line before, but I still wanted to make the joke. Engineering. And that's not even engineering how much I wanted to see this for myself. Man, I can't believe Da Vinci couldn't engine how much he wanted to see it. I think I'll be fine. Besides, I'll just end up fighting with Grimmer if I said no. And you know, thinking about it some more, I'm actually kind of excited. This will basically be my first time visiting home. You don't have to fake happiness, man. Come on. Say you're sad. Say you're mad. Minor spelling error. I win. Because she's not an M. I mean, you don't know that. Listen, I'm just saying Assassin's Creed Da Vinci, totally a bottom. Wait, please. This is all new and unfamiliar to me, so I doubt it'll be of much help. But Britain is my home. It's only right that I should take part in any battles we may face. Uh-oh. I'm beginning to remember some other things from the end of this Lost Belt. Da Vinci. You're in no shape to be fighting anymore, right? Your only job now is to get the treatment you need and recuperate until you're back to your old self. That's an order from the Child of Prophecy. Got it? If you even think about defying me on this, I'll completely abandon my duty. Is that clear? Damn, she's really like, nope, I'm telling you. Yes, Child of Prophecy, I'll follow your orders. I have to say, though, I never thought I'd see the day you seriously got mad at me. Are the chairs sold? What? Is that a joke I'm missing? You're gonna have to explain this joke to me. I'm a little stupid. Oh, good. Game freeze. Are you doing a comedy bit? Is this a bit? Now I'm just gonna let you continue your bit. But if this isn't funny, I'm going to be sorely disappointed in you. Aw, everyone's happy. Now, how do we end up in the next fight is is a very important question I must ask myself. Alright, this is gonna be the last thing we do today. Because I need to let my voice rest. Why did you tell me? I'm not selling chairs. If I sold chairs, I'm pretty sure I'd be making more money than I am at Starbucks. I can't believe it. We're entering Albion's asshole. What the hell? What? Why did my subscribe? Twitch? Is Twitch okay? What the hell just happened? Weird. Okay, buttons just disappeared on Twitch for no reason. $80? Master, we're not gonna believe this, but it looks like we're 80 kilometers below ground now. Yo, can I enter Albion's asshole too? Unfortunately, only those free of sin may pass. Oh, hi, Marlon. In proper human history, the 80-kilometer mark is where Albion gave up the ghost. But in this Lost Belt, Albion managed to make a route all the way to Avalon. Really? Beyond that is a world known as the Fairy Realm, which no human can enter. But since the British Lost Belt is all this world's fairy realm, there's no such restrictions here. I don't know, man. You'll have to ask Merlin. His noble phantasm only lets those free of sin pass. Beyond these nuts. Sorry. Sorry, I'm just saying, if I was in Fujimaro's situation right there, I would have absolutely beyond these nuts Merlin. Though I think Merlin would be the kind of person to make that joke himself. Simple. You take a shortcut. When I said it'd take an hour, I wasn't bashing that on how fast you travel. I meant that's how long it'd take, period. I use a series of transit time reduction spells to bring you all to your destination. Anyway, this must be pretty dull for you. How about we turn on the lights? Wait, it's the Chernonos mural. What? So what do you think? Doesn't this make me... What the Merlin, why do you look like Foe? That should be a huge help, but, is that Merlin? Third time she's asked. So, finally showing us what you really look like. Hmm? Is something wrong? Oh, I see. Struck dumb by my true glory, I get it. Very well then, heap your praise upon me. You can even worship me if you like, Muramasa. It's been a long time since I've shown up, after all. I need to leave as strong as an impression as possible, given the short time I have. Well, I'm not going to be the one to tell him. This is hilarious. Yeah. It's the abyssal worm. The priestess's memory projected there. What? This is the story of the British Lost Belt's genesis, and of what precisely led the Fairies of Paradise missions into... Well, wait. Oh, the pre-battle cutscene is 10 minutes long. The post-battle one is 1 minute. Okay. So this is the full story. Long, long ago, as far back as time can go, 6 fairies went outside to discover the world had become an ocean. I tried to say discovered and find, and it became diskind. This is awful, they thought. How terrible our world has become. And then, a large shadow rose up from the ocean. It belonged to a giant fluffy creature. On its shoulder stood one of the animals the fairies believed was gone. The 6 fairies and the gods soon became friends. It wasn't easy living on the ocean. There was nowhere to go and nothing to do. But the god made things better for the 6 fairies by sheltering them from the waves. The ocean without waves is nice, but we still miss having land. So the 6 fairies offered the god their joy, and they offered the god their wish. Then they offered the god himself. And so the fairies' wish was granted. So I'm going to assume this is where the turning point happens. Then, after the rejoicing ended, they tricked the god into drinking poisoned wine, and he did... Oh... I see. So this is what you meant when you said the original 6 were horrible. And so the fairies acquired their god's body. They made the body into land on which they could live. They were grateful, too, to be able to make use of the crying, screaming animal the dead god left behind. She was their only human, but one simply wasn't enough. So being very careful not to kill her, they cut her to pieces. Oh. They cast a spell to make sure she wouldn't die what they did, and you... Oh! I see. That's not how I remember it. Indeed, the first 6 fairies, the progenitors of the 6 clans, killed Chernonos. The pit you saw on the surface is Chernonos' grave, and the curse spilling out of it, even as we speak, is his rage. Oh, they are terrible. Don't tell me they get worse. Yeah, that's an S tier. He was in their way. This all happened 14,000 years ago. When the 6 fairies came out from paradise and onto the surface, Earth was already covered in a sea of nothingness. Oh, good! The one who ended up helping the 6 stranger fairies was a Celtic beast god who had come up to surface just like they had. A god who would later come to be known as Chernonos. It gets worse? How much worse can it get? Chernonos and his priestess, the lone human who had managed to survive just like the fairies had. At first, the fairies were grateful for the help, but the Sea of Nothingness never changed. No matter how much time passed, no land appeared. The fairies blamed Chernonos for that. They thought he just oh my god. So from literally from the conception of the first 6 fairies, they were literally cursed. to always murder the people that are trying to help them. So it's literally just the thing of being a fairy. So being a fairy literally just means you have to, like, screw over everyone else who's trying to help you. God, this is awful. Most ethical British person. True. What's more, they didn't particularly like his priestess. She was constantly telling them to sort themselves out and consider the consequences of their actions. Eventually, the furries couldn't take it anymore and decided to deal with Chernanos permanently. They figured that since they didn't have any land to stand on, they could find a substitute. Yeah, at least the Odie are, like, up front. Chernanos was a god, they couldn't kill him easily, so they came up with a plan and held a festival. They told Chernanos that they were holding a festival in his honor to worship him, and held a banquet with lots of wine. Chernanos was delighted that he was being celebrated for being the fairies' first official god. He probably figured they were trying to change their thoughtless ways. And was poisoned to death when he drank their wine. God, this is awful. For the humans that came later. Oh, okay. Their children kept dying, turning into falling trees that drift on the sea. New generations kept being born, so the number of fairies never decreased. And thanks to the humans who would be copied from the priestess's cells, Britain slowly developed into a civilization. With civilization came new societal roles. The fairies made new types of fairies, and the forest flourished like never before. But they also kept dying for no reason whatsoever. Eventually, the 6 progenitor fairies realized Chernanos' rage was the cause. Even though Chernanos' soul was gone, his body wasn't completely dead. In fact, his heart alone still burned with the fire they used to cremate him. Even in his death, Chernanos' body continued to smolder with anger and curses. Oh my god. They fled his body. The fallen trees became earth and stone and quickly filled in the sea, almost as if they were trying to cover up the fairy's sins. That's how this lost spell began. That's why the Isle of Britain uses fairy corpses to grow and expand. After several thousand years, the fire had acquired their very own Britain. But all the while, Chernanos' body was still there. A divine grave that would let no ocean-filling falling tree near it. Huh. That is the true nature of the pit. It's not actually a pit, it's the remains of a patch of dried up ocean. Oh, Jesus. No wonder Chernanos is so pissed. I doubt even killing every fairy in Britain would be enough to satisfy him. Although, why'd he come to the surface anyway? Isn't it kind of narrow-minded to curse the whole damn world just because you got killed? Especially after you went out of your way to get involved with the fairies? That's probably because Chernanos was an envoy of paradise sent to reprimand the fairies. That was the whole reason he came here, to punish them. I don't think his heart was in it, though. Huh. Like this mural shows, Chernanos was a very kind god by nature. But the fairies might have found him terrifying simply because he existed. You see, 14,000 years ago was the greatest turning point for all of humanity. Maybe you heard something about the planetary envoy that almost destroyed Earth's past ancient civilization back in Olympus? What? I don't. This is the fucked up part. Oh, Sephar, okay. Sephar wiped out countless pantheons. Game Freeze, cool. Man, this is a lot to digest. We're gonna go into tomorrow's stream and we're gonna see if we can finish this. I might roll back tomorrow's stream an hour, actually. Wait, no, not tomorrow. Thursday. Thursday, right. I'll roll back Thursday stream an hour. Because, God, I want to be able to finish this. I heard they did so using divine constructs. I also heard that the sacred sword Excalibur was the greatest such weapon, and that it was created in Britain. What? Nobody here has ever mentioned it. The very idea of a sacred sword just doesn't exist in this version of Britain. So that must mean Excalibur was never made here. I'm sure I don't have to tell you what happened as a result. In this what-if world, humanity never had the means to defeat Safar. Oh! What was the Earth just a sea of nothingness in the first place? I don't know, ask God. Or, I don't know, the counterforce or whatever. So why was the Sacred Sword never made? The reason for that is both exceedingly simple and unsurprising. Its creators slacked off. Oh my god. That's what changed? Oh my god, they literally took a day off. Yeah, there were no free of sin, so the fairies couldn't go back to paradise. Oh my god, this is so... The first one was Vivian, the second one was you. Oh, so that's why Castoria is literally just Excalibur. Okay. And in spite of that, you continued on your path, defeated Morgan, and now you're here with Soul. You must have had to face down so many doubts to come this far. In fact, you may never be entirely free of them. But even so, you're still here, which is why I believe you have what it takes to see this through to the end. If I take a day off work, I'm dooming humanity. If I stop working at Starbucks for any reason and don't go to work, the world is gonna end. A giant god thing is about to kill us. So literally, if the fairies had just admitted that they fucked up, none of this would have happened. Because they refused to accept their sin, literally everything killed them. Literally everything went wrong. Wearing his faux suit. My name is... I'm the last dragon, the one who chose to continue flying above the ground instead of returning to the inner sea. If you can overcome these tears, I will offer my heart to the Forger of Stars. Man, this is a lot. This is a lot to kind of process. Oh, cool. Artoria guest only. Oh man, a single Lancer. I wonder what party I'm going to use for this. Oh, I can't use my own Castoria. Well, whatever. Oh, that also means I can't use... I can't use my BG. I'm going to have to use a 50% CE. Dive to blue, I guess. Toss you. I already know why you want to be tossed, and I'm afraid I'm going to have to tell you no. Why can we only use 3 servants here, by the way? This is the party that is the most free of sin. Yeah, because I fucking hate this costume. You. I mean, this fight is specifically really, really easy, but... Why am I in the spacesuit? I want Sorry for all the coughing, by the way. I'm literally killing my throat with every time I continue to stream. But I like streaming, and if I don't stream, I'm gonna be bored out of my mind. Ocean Flyer CE coming this summer event. Yeah, that's true. Too bad you gotta get a drop for it, but this summer event is one you want to farm in the first place, so I think we'll be good. Alright, time to kill Albion. Oh my god, I was looking in like the Twitch preview window and I have it in 360p so that it doesn't really like, it doesn't use a lot of bandwidth. And I was looking at the name. The name is Red Dragon. Can you guys tell what I misread it as? God, my brain is horrible. Don't bonk me. I did nothing wrong. I refuse to. I'm like the original 6. I refuse to admit my sins. Yeah, this probably should have been white. I don't know why it's red. It's because Japan hates white people, obviously. What did you think it was, Red Dragon? I thought it said Bad Dragon. That's what I thought it said. We have defeated the Bad Dragon. Was I running a Bond CE on Tamama? I meant to roll Prisma. Okay, cool. I can hear the bells tolling. I can fix her, says woman who is worse. Welcome home, Avalon LaFay. May the sound of hope echo into the future. And we're gonna be ending on a cliffhanger, I'm assuming. That's right, that's the entrance to the planet's inner sea. This is the land of the young, Ternanog, the eternal spring. This is the place many life forms have dreamed of finding. Welcome to an Avalon whose time has come. This is where the journey of the planet's birth ends. Aw, man. This truly is Lost Belt 6, Fey Roundtable Domain, Avalon LaFay, the moment a planet is born. Oh my god, my throat. Yeah. You guys are fucking on time with this shit this week. Hey yo, this seems kinda. This is kinda a jam. It's the Garden of Avalon. Oh yeah, it's actually the Hope of Avalon. The Land of Hope. Yep, so now we have the full Lost Belt chronology. We have every event that happens. Okay. Oh man. Yeah, we're gonna be ending on that cliffhanger. We're gonna be probably looking to finish off Lost Belt 6 on Thursday then. If not Thursday, then next week. Man. Man, that is a lot to take in. Wow. Okay, I have like small issues with like certain things in this Lost Belt. Like they just don't explain a lot. People don't ask questions when they really should. But honestly, these last few chapters completely make up for it. Like 6.3 has taken essentially a few hours to get to where 6.2 was for me at the end. Question why? Why I didn't like there are certain things about Lost Belt 6 that I didn't like. It's mostly just the characters acting dumb for like plot convenience. My one big problem with this Lost Belt is that no one asks questions. There is not a single person here who asks a question. And a lot of things would have been cleared up earlier if we just did. But that's like really my only issue. There are a few other things in there, just really small, like weird things. Like for example, why do Ansel and Gareth look exactly the same in both proper human history and this fairy lost belt? Why does Percival look exactly like the proper human history version of Percival? But those are just like small nitpicky things. An example, please. Man, geez, it's been a while. Number one, I think the first thing that absolutely no one questioned. Well, Ansel isn't a human. Ansel is a fairy. Gareth is specifically a fairy. Yeah, those are thematic, but it's kind of just weird. The one thing I didn't want to question at all is well, first of all, the one thing we didn't question is well, we never found the black barrel yet. We kind of just forgot about that, but we're gonna fix that in a bit. And the one thing that no one ever questioned, Castoria throughout the entire Lost Belt up to this point has been mentioning how she uses Merlin, how she's been using Merlin Magecraft. No one ever asks her until they go to Orkney, what is this Merlin you were talking about? No one ever asks her about it. No one asks about the dragon in the mural? What dragon in the mural? That's something even I haven't noticed. Oh, right. I wanted to show you guys that image of how Nasu said Trinanos talks. Can I download this? No, I have to open the link. It's like, there are just like the characters will just like look at things and then just not ask questions. Like a simple, huh, that's weird, and no one has an answer for it. Oh, Nick Trinanos is a dragon. Oh, right, yeah. No one ever questions it. I wonder why. Oh yeah, this is how Trinanos talks according to Nasu. I'm very concerned about this dangerous battle, so I'll return to Avalon. Later, he thought, it's long enough. The Holy Sword must have ended the battle. This can't continue Nos forever. And so he came back and it was all destroyed. We're done in Nosport. Oh wait, this is perfect because it's literally referring to what happened with the 6 fairies. It's literally perfect. It's Nasu loves puns. I want more puns in Lost Belts. Lost Belt 7 should be entirely full of puns. All right, who do we raid? Kuragi maybe? Like, I'm not saying Lost Belt 6 is poorly written. There are just like certain aspects of Lost Belt 6 that are just weird. Like overall I have been really enjoying this. Like my overall enjoyment of the Lost Belt has not been brought down. But in terms of like the quality of writing, I think Lost Belt 5, well, the like not having as many like just weird like moments of just like no one no one questioning things. I think Lost Belt 5 is probably still slightly ekes it out for me. But I love the cast of Lost Belt 6. It's probably my favorite so far. It beats out the cast 5.1 for me. It's not that I can't help but nitpick. It's just kind of frustrating for me to see to see something that could be cleared up in like 12 seconds and no one questions anything. 5.1 is still your favorite chapter. 5.1 is hard to beat, but I think 6.2, I think 6 beats it for me. What the fuck? Oh, the game closed. It took so long to raid someone. Trubs or Fox? Who the fuck is Fox? Oh, Fox for us. That's Fox, right? Is he streaming? Oh, FG. Oh, FG rolls. Jesus. I don't know who Fox is. Yeah, let's raid FG rolls. It's been a while since we raided him, I think. We've raided him like once in the past. So let's give him the good old raid then. Let's switch to the hanging out screen. We're just gonna hang out for now and then raid the man. So yeah, next stream is gonna be over on Thursday. We're gonna be hopefully finishing up Lost Belt 6.3, though we have a lot of bosses to go through, so I'm not sure if we're gonna actually finish it in time. But it would be nice. So yeah, thanks everybody for coming and hanging out. Remember, we have a Pikmin 4 stream. I would want to play the first 2 Pikmin games first. Yeah, so let's raid the boy, and I'll see you all back here on Thursday. Later, everyone.